Today I'm going to be explaining what kinetic molecular theory is and how it corresponds with the different states of matter. So the definition of kinetic molecular theory is gas particles are in constant motion and exhibit perfectly elastic collisions. So what you're looking at now are gas particles moving in a constant motion. So just take a look at what that looks like. Now back to our definition. What is a perfect elastic collision? How can we define that? So it's defined as one in which there is no loss of kinetic energy. Now kinetic energy is energy which a body possesses by virtue of being in motion. In simple terms, this is just energy that is moving. So any type of movement, the energy is kinetic energy. Here are some examples, such as walking, falling, having something move. Kinetic molecular theory is the theory that all matter is made up of atoms and molecules that are constantly moving. The particles that are holding kinetic energy are constantly moving in opposite and random directions. The states of matter do affect how much energy the particles have. So let's recap the states of matter, shall we? In physics, a state of matter is one of the distinct forms in which matters can exist. So we don't need to pay too much attention to that definition, but it is good to know. There are 4 states of matter. We typically only think of 3. Number 1, solid. Number 2 is a liquid. Number 3 is a gas. But there is also plasma. Right now, we're only going to talk about those 3. Solids are materials that have a definite shape or volume. Liquids have a fixed volume but take the shape of its surroundings. Gases have no shape or volume. In the picture shown, you have solids, which the particles are compacted together and not moving, liquids that are slightly moving, and the particles in gas are freely moving. All particles have energy, and all of the states of matter particles have energy. But the energy depends and varies on temperature and the state of matter it's in. So a solid moves a lot slower. It moves just very slow compared to a liquid or a gas. Gas being the fastest movement. If something is warm, let's say a hot gas is going to move a lot faster than a cold gas. Colder temperatures tend to make particles slow down, and hotter temperatures tend to speed them up. So kinetic molecular theory, in turn determines whether the substance exists in a solid, liquid, or gaseous state, because the solid, liquid, and gas all move differently, and the kinetic molecular theory is determining on how much movement the kinetic energy in each particle has. So using kinetic molecular theory, you can determine the different states of matter, the particles. In conclusion, kinetic molecular theory teaches one how to tell which state of matter a particle or a group of atoms is in. You also need to know these things to move forward and learn Charles and Boyle's law. And so I'm really happy that I chose this as my project topic because I wasn't here when we covered this, and it gives a lot of background on gas laws, which I'm retaking tomorrow, so good luck to me.